Hello and good afternoon to all of you. I hope all of you are doing well and all of you are in good health. If you can recollect, in the previous class we had sought answer to two important questions related to operating system, which were what is an operating system and why is it important to use an operating system. Moving forward in today's class, we will try to seek answer to the remaining three important questions, which are where is an operating system used, when is an operating system supposed to be used, and what are the different types of operating systems that are used in different environments in order to perform business operations. Now let us start with where is an operating system used. To begin with, we have mobile phones. So mobile phones are mobile handheld devices that are used in order to enable users to communicate synchronously or asynchronously. It allows user to browse through applications. It allows user to host applications. It allows users to search or browse in an internet. So there are several operations that are possible using mobile phones. Now these mobile phone runs on efficient mobile phone operating system. Some of the typical examples of mobile phone operating system are Android operating system, iOS operating system, Windows Mobile Operating System, and Nokia Symbian Operating System. So these are some of the popular operating systems that are used on mobile phones. Likewise, we use operating system to control and coordinate the activities in desktops and servers. So desktops and servers are computational nodes that are used by users in order to perform various business operations and host various business operations. So Windows Express Edition is a typical example of desktop operating system, whereas we have Windows Server Edition as a typical example of a server operating system. Next, operating system is often used in order to monitor, control and coordinate the activities of computer network. So computer network is a vast collection of computer systems that interacts collectively in order to perform various business operations. So often operating systems are used in order to control, coordinate and monitor computer networks. So for an example, we have Windows Server Edition as an example of network operating system. We have Mac OS as an example of Windows operating system. We have Unix, Linux operating system as an example of network operating system. So network operating system, as it says, is generally used in order to control, coordinate, and monitor the operation of a computer network. Now, likewise, we have embedded operating systems that are installed in embedded devices that are used in order to control, coordinate the activities of embedded devices. Now, embedded devices that are resource constrained. It implies it may have limited memory, it may have limited computational power. So using limited computational power and limited energy or limited space, memory, the embedded devices are supposed to perform operation. So for an example, operating system that is capable of controlling, coordinating action of a microwave or a refrigerator or a vacuum cleaner or a vending machine or an ATM machine. So embedded operating system are operating system that operates on embedded devices that are resource constrained in terms of memory space and computational power. So using this limited memory space and computational power, the embedded operating systems are expected to perform operations. Now, the next example where operating system is used are enterprises and organizations. So, enterprises and organizations use operating system in order to perform various operations related to enterprises and organizations. So we have enterprise or organized versions of various operating systems like Windows, Linux, and so on and so forth. Now, the next typical example where operating system is used are automobile systems. So, you must have seen in the current times, the automobile engines, they come up with complex computational provisions. So we have system that is capable of monitoring weather, we have systems that are capable of monitoring or regulating air conditions, we have systems that are capable of monitoring traffic, we have systems that are capable of monitoring traffic control. We have systems that are capable of monitoring gear operations. So the current age vehicle comes in with all sophisticated operations. So these operations are only possible because of a complex operating system that runs over this over the automobile hardwares. So automobile hardwares are typical, and in the current age are the typical examples where operating system is used in order to perform various operations. Now likewise, operating system is used for industrial automation, robotics and research. You must have observed in the current age, most of the manufacturing industries are completely automated, where the manufacturing process is executed by a set of robotic arms. So these robotic arms are controlled, coordinated, and synchronized by a well-designed purpose-specific operating system. So industrial automation in the current age is to a great extent dependent on the automation based operating system. Now we have spacecraft control system. Now spacecraft control system also relies on a very efficient operating system that enables efficient utilization of various devices and monitoring systems that are installed in a spacecraft. So we require a very efficient operating system to actually control, coordinate and monitor the activities of devices that are there in a spacecraft. Now likewise, operating systems are used for large scale computing. Operating systems are used in order to control, coordinate actions of supercomputers, mainframe computers that are capable of enabling users to perform complex of the scientific problems. So these are some of the locations or devices where operating system is extensively used. So operating system is used in mobile phones, it is used in desktops and servers, it is used in computer network, it is used in embedded devices, it is used in enterprises and organizations, it is used in automobile devices, it is used in industrial automation, robotics and research, it is used in spacecraft, it is used in large scale computing. Now, for your understanding, these are some of the notable examples where operating system is used. The list is limitless and it's endless. So these are some of the prominent places where operating system is used in order to perform operations. Now moving ahead, let us try to seek answer to the question, when is an operating system supposed to be used? Now, an operating system is to be used when there is a need for an efficient error detection and handling mechanism. One of the measures used for regarding the credibility of the operating system is how efficiently an operating system is capable of handling errors that may be there associated with each and every functionality that is supported by the operating system. An operating system may support several functionalities. Now, associated with each functionality, there might be a set of exceptions. So, how efficiently an operating system handles those exceptions is a measure to decide on the reliability of the operating system. So, greater the effectiveness with which an operating system handles an error, greater will be the credibility assigned to that operating system. We are supposed to use an operating system when there is a need for managing IO operations. So there might be several devices, IO devices, that may be attached to a computer system. So in order to efficiently coordinate and control, use and efficiently coordinate and control and use and utilize the IO devices, we require an operating system. So operating system is capable of efficiently managing the IO devices as well as assigning those IO devices for use to the various users that are associated with the computer system. So this is a point in time when we require an operating system, that is to handle IO devices. Now next one is we need operating system when there's a demand for multitasking, when there is a demand for use of virtual memory, as we have discussed in the previous class. Now we need operating system for program execution. So when there is a need for executing a program, we require an operating system. We require an operating system to allow access to various disk and file system that a computer has. So in order to decide on what kind of privileges are to be allotted to a user, we need an operating system. So operating system is used in order to decide on what kind of access is granted to a user in order to access the disks and the file system that the computer has. Now we need operating system in order to efficiently utilize memory or for memory management. Now for an example, we have limited main memory. Now every program that is to be executed is to be brought to the main memory because the central processing unit only interacts with the main memory. So we need a very efficient algorithm that is capable of enabling the operating system to efficiently use memory. So we require operating system for efficient memory management. Now we need operating system for specifying various modes of operation. So a user may operate on protected mode, or user may operate on supervisor mode or administrator mode, or a user may operate on client mode. So depending on the type of privileges given to a particular user may operate the computer system in different modes, and this is facilitated too by operating system. So we need operating system for associating different modes with different users. We need operating system for ensuring security of the computer system. As I've already said, operating system is capable of abstracting the underlying hardware complexities associated with the computer system, and it's capable of enabling user to use the hardware in order to perform operation without having to know about how the business is being managed using the computer hardware. So that is what operating system does, and this is the way how operating system ensures security. So it abstracts whatever is not required from the user that is of importance to the computer system. So that is one key reason why we need operating system, that is to enforce security. Now we need operating system for allocating resources. So may it be memory or may it be computational power, we need operating system for coordinating and allocating resources or computational resources to the various business processes. Because we need to ensure that whatever resources that are there available with the computer system are optimally utilized. Now, we need operating system for information and resource protection or security. And eventually, we need operating system for providing or facilitating manipulation of the file system. So these are the very reasons when we need operating system. So we need operating system for error detection and handling. We need operating system for efficiently managing IO operations. We need operating system for multitasking and virtual memory. We need operating system for program execution. We need operating system for allowing disk access and access to file systems. We need operating system for efficient memory management. We need operating system for associating modes of operation with different users. We need operating system for enforcing security. We need operating system for allocating resources. We need operating system for enforcing security of information and resources. We need operating system for facilitating manipulation of the file system. So these are some of the notable reasons why we need operating system, or when are we supposed to use operating system. As I've said, the list is limitless, so these are some of the prominent listings. Now, moving ahead, let us discuss the different types of operating system. So we will just brush through or pan through the different types of operating system. To start with, we have batch processing operating system. So batch processing operating system is an operating system that executes the various business processes in a sequential manner. So sequential job execution is performed in batch processing operating system. For example, payroll system, bank invoice generation system, transaction processing system, and so on and so forth. Now we have multi-programming operating system. Multi-programming operating systems are operating system that enables execution of multiple programs using a single processor. For example, Windows operating system, Unix operating system are examples of multi-programming operating system. Then we have multiprocessor operating system. Multiprocessor operating system are operating system that operates on multiple central processing unit. So it enables user to perform operations using multiple central processing unit or multiple processors. So for example, we have Windows NT, we have Sun Solaris, we have digital or we have Unix, an example of multiprocessor operating system. Then we have desktop operating system. So desktop operating system, as I've already said, it's also called as client operating system. So we have examples as Windows, Linux, Unix, and Mac as desktop operating system. Then we have distributed operating systems. So distributed operating systems are operating system that allows for creating an environment where application runs on more than one connected computer. So distributed operating system is an operating system that creates suitable environment where application can run on more than one system. But we need to ensure that the systems are connected system. So example, we have Locus, we have Micros, we have Iris, and etc. Now, likewise, we have clustered operating system. So clustered operating system consists of connected central processing unit with shared storage for executing multiple programs where interaction is established through MPI or PVM. So just see, clustered operating system basically refers to an operating system where the system has it consists of connected central processing unit with shared memory in order to perform various operations. Then we have embedded operating system. Embedded operating systems are operating systems that are implemented on embedded devices. As I've already said, embedded operating systems are expected to work on resource constrained environment. For an example, operating system that runs microwave, ovens, fridge, refrigerators, coffee vending machine, money vending machine, and so on and so forth. Then we have real-time operating system. So real-time operating systems are operating system that works on quantitative notion of time. Again, I'll repeat it. Real-time operating systems are operating system that works on quantitative notion of time. So for an example, anti-lock braking system or an operating system that controls the activities of a spacecraft. So you have different types of real-time operating systems. So you have hard real-time system, you have soft real-time system, you have firm real-time system. So depending on the requirement of the real-time system, we suitably place a real-time operating system to operate on it. Then we have handheld operating system. So handheld operating systems are operating systems that are deployed in handheld devices like microphones. And for an example, a microphone or a mobile phone, or for an example, a handheld computational device or palm top. So these are examples of handheld devices, and the operating system that operates on the same are called as handheld operating system. So examples are Android operating system, Symbian operating system, Windows Mobile operating system, Palm operating system, and iOS. Now, likewise, we have network operating systems. So, network operating systems are designed to operate on various network terminals like routers, hub, switch, firewalls, servers, and many more. Again, I'll repeat it. Network operating systems are designed to operate on various network terminals. So, examples of network operating systems are Microsoft Windows Server 2003, Microsoft Windows Server 2008, Microsoft Windows 2000. So this concludes the various types of operating systems that may be there, possibly utilized at different locations in order to perform certain business. Now, moving ahead, let us discuss some more important types of operating systems. So we have multitasking operating system. Now, multitasking operating system is designed to support multiple tasks at a given instance of time. For example, we have Windows Express, we have Windows Vista, Windows 7. So it's a multitasking operating system that enables user to perform multiple tasks at a given instance of time. Then we have multi-user operating system. So multi-user operating system is designed to enable multiple users perform operations on single machine at a given instance of time. So an example, we have Unix, mainframe, Windows NT. So these are multi-user operating systems. So multi-user operating system basically refers to operating system that is designed to enable multiple users to perform operations on a single machine at a given instance of time. Then we have single user operating system. So single user operating system is designed to enable single user to perform operation on a single machine at a given point in time. So there are examples of single user operating systems. So we have Windows 1, Windows 2, Windows 3. Now then we have time sharing operating system. So time sharing operating systems are operating systems that are designed in order to enable splitting of CPU time among all the user processes. So time sharing operating system divides the overall CPU time into various user initiated processes. So you have Unix, you have Multis, you have Linux, you have Windows Server 2000. So these are the examples of time sharing operating system. So in today's class, what we have learned is we have learned that where are we supposed to use operating system. So we have learned that operating systems are used in mobile phones, desktops, and servers. Mobile operating system is used in computer network. It is used in embedded devices. It is used for controlling and coordinating the activities of enterprises and organizations. It is used in automobile devices. It is used for industrial automation, robotics, and research. It is used in spacecraft technology. It is used in large-scale computing. Then we try to seek answer for when are we supposed to use operating system. So we are supposed to use operating system when there's a need for error detection and handling, when there's a need for managing IO devices, when there is a need for multitasking and virtual memory utilization, when there's a need for program execution, when there's a need to allow access to disk and various file system, when there's a need for efficient memory management, when there's a need for deciding on modes of operations for various users, when there's a need for ensuring security, when there is a need for allocating resources, when there is a need for information and resource security, when there is a need for manipulation of the file system. Now, likewise, we also learned about different types of operating system, where we discussed batch processing operating system, we discussed multi-programming operating system, we discussed multiprocessor operating system, then we moved on to desktop operating system, then we discussed distributed operating system, then we moved on to clustered operating system, then we discussed embedded operating system, then we moved on to real-time operating system. Then we discussed handheld operating system, followed by network operating system. Then we discussed the importance of multitasking operating system, followed by multi-user operating system. And then we discussed single user operating system, and eventually we moved on to time sharing operating system. So in today's class, we have sought answer for all the three remaining questions, that are: where is an operating system used, when is an operating system supposed to be used, and what are the various types of prominently used operating systems that are there used in order to perform business operations in different environment. So this concludes today's class. In the next class, we will start with interrupt and interrupt handling. Thank you very much. Have a very nice day.